to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Girls 4A Soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 27 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health Network, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Hamilton County Radio, Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. We're just about to get underway here at White River Elementary School, the home of the Noblesville Millers soccer program. And I'm joined tonight by Dan Axe. Dan, we've got two teams here, both ranked in the top 10 in the latest poll in 3A, with the Millers being number 4, the Eagles being number 10.
Both deserve it. Both good teams. They're still alive in conference play. Noblesville's got a tie. Zionsville's got a loss in the conference. I think it should be a good match.
Well, coming into this game, the Millers come in at 6-0-2. The Zionsville Eagles come in at 8-2. So the Millers effectively undefeated with those two ties. Conference records: the Millers have played one more conference game than the Eagles. No, correction. I'm sorry. They both played 3 games. Millers with 2 wins, no losses, and 1 tie, and the Eagles with a 2-1 record. The Millers are in second place in the conference. The Eagles are in 4th place. And I have not seen the Eagles play this year, Dan, but tell us a little bit about what to expect from them.
Yeah, most of their scoring comes from their starters. They've so far had 19 of their 23 goals come from their starters and 17 of their 20 assists. So pretty heavily laden toward the group that'll come on the field here.
What are the keys for the game for both of these teams here, Dan?
Don't think it's that hot tonight, so I don't think it's going to be too much of a struggle. But the at least as long as Zionsville can keep their starters on, their probably potential to score is going to be a little bit higher. We've seen Noblesville quite a few times. We know they're good, so this is all just good prep work for the end of the season.
Of course, the Millers are led by Jenna Chatterton. She's got 5 goals so far this season, and nobody else is right up with her. Isabella Griffey with 3, but Chatterton has been the big scorer so far for the Millers. For the Zionsville Eagles, Sadie Graham, 9 goals, 1 assist. She's been had quite the goal output.
And 2 of them with 5 goals. I think 21, Mescarum, James for Noblesville. She's one we can probably look at to get some goals this evening.
We're just about ready to go here. We're going to turn it over to public address announcer Andrew Trissler, who's going to bring us the opening and the starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Noblesville High School welcomes you to White River Elementary Soccer Complex, the home of Noblesville Miller Soccer, for tonight's IHSAA and Hoosier Crossroads Conference Girls Soccer match featuring the Zionsville Eagles and your Noblesville Millers. Now introducing the starting lineup for the visiting Zionsville Eagles. The starting goalkeeper, a sophomore, number 1, Adeline Boussault. A junior, number 3, Sydney Callisto. A senior, number 5, Elizabeth Pliston. A junior, number 8, Madison Barrientos. A sophomore, number 10, Abigail Eiler. A junior, number 15, Sadie Graham. A junior, number 17, Sharda Subramaniam. A senior, number 20, Madeline Chadwick. A freshman, number 21, Katie Chadwick. A sophomore, number 27, Lily Robinson. A junior, number 30, Sophie Brown. And the head coach of the Zionsville Eagles is Ramon Aguillon. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Noblesville Millers. The starting goalkeeper, a junior, 00, Sarah Pyle. A junior, number 6. A senior, number 6, Sterling Hudnall. Trying to keep you an extra year. A junior, number 12, Kate Bettner. A junior, number 13, Jenna Chatterton. A senior, number 14, Sydney Anderson. A A sophomore, number 15, McKenna Malloy. A junior, number 16, Emma Potter. A junior, number 19, Alana Chatterton. A junior, number 20, Brooke Hines. A freshman, number 21, Nescarim James. A freshman, number 24, Grace Taskey. And the head coach of the Noblesville Millers in his 17th season is Mike Brady.
Well, there you have the starters, and we will be underway here in just a moment, Dan. Really, the only difference between these two teams is the Millers have ended up twice in ties, that being with Homestead about a week ago up in Fort Wayne. Dan, as I was alluding to a little bit earlier, the difference between these two teams is 2 ties for the Millers and 2 losses for the Eagles. But the Eagles took those 2 losses early in the season on the 21st and 28th of August, and they are 7-0 ever since.
Yes, they are. And Noblesville's ties have both come against really quality teams. So they're virtually undefeated over that period of time, both teams.
Of course, how many times have we talked about the Hoosier Crossroad Conference and the quality of the teams that we have in the HCC?
You bet. I think it's by far the finest conference in the state.
Well, the Millers are in second place right now in the conference behind Hamilton Southeastern, who's at 4-0. Millers at second place at 2-0-1. Followed by the Fishers Tigers at 3-1-1, and then the Zionsville Eagles at 2-1. So it's kind of close there. The Royals, with only 3 more conference games to go, looking to finish out a perfect season there in the conference, and but they're with they're within striking distance, and we will see in a couple of weeks just how. How good that Hamilton Southeastern Royals team is when the Millers will go down to Fishers to meet Southeastern.
Depending on the outcome tonight, each of these teams right now is within, they control their own destiny as far as the league goes, so we'll see what happens.
We are ready to go, and the Millers with the initial possession. Millers will be in their dark uniforms with white numbers. Eagles with the white tops and green numbers. And we already have a crash there right in the middle of the field. They're playing it pretty close to start, right, Dan?
That didn't get too far away from the center mark there.
No, it didn't. The Eagles will put the ball back in play, and they will be moving in the first half from left to right on your screen. Millers will be moving right to left. The field is almost totally covered in shadows now. We're just maybe a little less than an hour away from darkness, but it's can be kind of a tough time here with that sun setting before the lights take effect. Here come the Millers down the far side.
That also makes it more likely it'll get slippery out here earlier, too.
Yes.
We've seen that each game that's happened.
How important that traction is. Miller's keeping control of the ball on the far side of the field, Dan.
Yes, so far here, Zionsville's not pressing high at all. They're content to just hold the line.
Brooke Hines trying to get things set up for the Millers. Gets it over to Emma Potter. Ball goes out of bounds. And Katie Chadwick will put it back in play for the Eagles. That one's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay in the possession of the Eagles. And Katie Chadwick will put that back in. 2 Chadwicks on this team, so we'll have to use first names for those 2. Millers get it back, send it out of bounds, so the Eagles will have the ball deep in Miller territory. And that one's going to roll out of bounds. And once again, the Millers are going to have to go on defense as Katie Chadwick will put the ball into play for the Eagles.
Neither team really close marking here.
Chadwick trying to get the ball centered. Gets a break there, but goaltender Sarah Kyle comes out to make the stop. So the first shot on goal goes to the Eagles.
He's going to play. He called that pretty close there.
What did he call on that one?
I think he said she got an elbow in her back. It was right in front of him as well.
Eagles put the ball in play and promptly end up with the ball out of bounds and turn it over to the Millers. Millers set it up, start down the far side of the field. Millers with a lead out there. That one's going to go out of bounds. Millers will
Noblesville in a good spot here.
keep possession. Lena Chatterton. No, I'm sorry, that's not Chatterton. That's Emma Potter putting it back into play. Eagles trying to get it out of their zone. Potter back to Brooke Hines. Hines sends it all the way across the field. I think that's Carly Hudnall out there now. Wasn't sure whether she was going to start or not, but apparently she got the starting call, Dan.
Noblesville had a big loss here a couple of weeks ago when they lost Jensen Summers. Just a great talent, a lot of experience.
Good bit of defense there by the Eagles on that centering pass that got deflected.
Goal kick.
The Eagles will put it back in play from the goal.
Zionsville has been vulnerable at times to give up some fairly easy goals. So Noblesville, I'm sure, is aware of that.
Miller's trying to keep the pressure on. Ball goes past the midfield stripe. The Millers take it right back. Carly Hudnall bringing it down. Miss Curran James ended up kicking that ball out of bounds off of the Eagles. James out there trying to get away from a defender. Eagles take it back. That's Sadie Graham who intercepted. Eagles trying to get the offense in motion here.
Noblesville got a lot of people behind the ball here.
Abigail Eiler sends it back in front of the net. Finally going out more towards center there. Moved by Sophie Brown to get the ball out more toward the center of the field. We've got a stoppage.
Got a foul there against James. Noblesville in a good spot here, about 30 yards out, maybe 35.
Miller's looking to try to get a deflection here. Kate Bettner will put the ball in play. Do not get the deflection. First touch by the Eagles. Eagles have got the ball now. It's Abigail Eiler bringing it up the side. A couple Miller defenders back. Eiler gets cut off and is unable to make the turn.
Whoa.
There's going to be a foul called on that one.
I think he's going to call, let's see. Looks like he called a corner. Yeah.
A lot of close action there as Abigail Eiler brought that ball end to end, Dan. And
She kind of got run out of bounds there.
well, she got run out of bounds. She probably was running out of energy.
No.
You know, she was on a sprint all the way down the field and
Emma Potter kept up with her all the way back.
just didn't have anybody else back there to pass the ball to. Into the center. Here's a kick and a stop. Katie Chatwig with the shot on goal. Second shot on goal already tonight for the Eagles.
Yeah, pretty easy save there. She was all over that.
Sarah Kyle makes a save.
Nice kick.
She's played in 5 games, a goals against average of 1. Or rather, of .211. Has made 10 saves so far this year. That'll be her 11th and 12th that she's already made. Hudnall. Back to James. Hudnall in the corner. Kicks. It's blocked. Back in the corner again.
Oh.
There's a shot
Jenna Chatterton.
by, I believe that was Elena Chatterton. I think it was 19.
Yeah, it was. You're right. Elena.
Jenna is wearing number 13. Had a nice shot, but just went wide of the net.
Well, it's obviously hard to tell them apart other than that number.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pretty
Eagle.
short kick there.
Yeah.
Noblesville's going to like that.
That one goes out of bounds, and it will go back to the Millers with Emma Potter putting the ball in play. Tries to get it to Jenna Chatterton. Does not get it down there. Did that ball go out of bounds again? Yes,
Yeah.
it did. McKenna Malloy looks like she's going to put it in play.
Here's Elena Chatterton playing a lot higher tonight. She was playing in the back last week.
Emma Potter, correction, is going to put the ball in play. Jenna Chatterton with it. Eagles managed to clear it out of danger there for the moment. Sadie Graham trying to get the ball out and on down the field. Back to Madison Barrientos. She gets it across the midfield stripe. Carly Hudnall on the far side. Goes back and forth. Hudnall's got it. James is over there to her left, I believe. She tripped. Eagles clear the ball, but the Millers put it right back into Eagle territory. Kenna Malloy. Shot and a save. Nice long shot there, Dan. Not a hard shot, but...
Keeper looked a little bit shaky on that.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Anderson gives them a nice target there. She's a good player for them to play off of.
30 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. There is no score. Thank you for joining us on Hamilton County Television. IHSAA Girls Soccer brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners. Eagles have got the ball in Miller territory. Eiler looking to get it set up for the Eagles. She sets it into the middle there. Carly Hudnall is going after it, but Sarah Kyle comes out and dives and takes the ball out of danger.
Got some end-to-end soccer here.
Mm-hmm. Good thing it's not 95 degrees today.
Yeah, the sun's really, the whole
it's
field
almost,
is now in shade.
Yeah, it's almost another half hour. It'll be dark here. Millers and the Eagles from White River Elementary School, the Noblesville High School soccer complex. There is no score. About 29 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Nice little run there. Still got it.
Sunset is officially at 7:46 tonight, Dan, so it's getting close.
There you go.
But check this out, 82 degrees, 54% humidity. You couldn't ask for better weather conditions.
Very nice. He called a foul on that. The ball's on the ground. It's going to be, not sure where they're rolling it to, but
Going to be from the corner or from
no,
the
foul was
baseline?
just inside the end line there. There it goes.
Eagles put it in play. That one's going to roll out of bounds. The Eagles have done that several times tonight, Dan. They've had inbound plays, and the first player to touch it ends up putting it out of bounds and turns the ball over.
Yeah, I'd say so far it's been more Noblesville than it has been Zionsville in the pressure in this game. We're 11 minutes in, 12 minutes.
28:05 on the clock, no score, first half. Millers have got Ava Bramblett
just into the game
now.
She took a lane at Chatterton's place, I think.
Nice high kick. Emma Potter and Abigail Eiler were fighting for the ball. Ends up to the foot of Sydney Anderson. Miller's trying to get it set up on the far side of the field. Trying to center. That one's blocked. Sadie Graham had the ball. She lost it. Ends up getting it down the field. Sarah Kyle will take that and kick it back into play. Oh, she just hands it off. Brooke Hines trying to get the offense set for the Millers. Ends up in the possession of the Eagles. Eagles chasing in after. They're trying to get the thing centered, but they just can't. There's a centering pass, and that is to the left of the goal. And we have a whistle here. We are changing the Well, the referee sent the ball over to the sidelines and
Not be round. You can usually tell when it spins up like that. The pattern's irregular, then the ball's not round.
the ball kind of bounces a little too. Well, we'll get back to play here as Sarah Kyle puts it back in play.
Kind of an odd restart, but okay.
Grace Taskey out there still. Freshman getting her first start for the Millers. Katie Chadwick sends it back into Miller territory, picked up by Abigail Eiler. Eiler chasing it down on the side. It ends up going out of bounds, and the ball will go back to the Millers. Looks like it's going to be Emma Potter putting the ball in play.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 19, Alana Chatterton.
Chatterton comes back into the game after a rest. Eagles trying to get it set up. They've got one back there and couldn't get to it. Abigail Eiler made the effort, but she just could not quite get to the ball, Dan.
That's a nice ball.
Mm-hmm. Those are the kind you practice and, you practice and practice and practice and hope that it'll take the right bounce. Out of bounds once again.
Corner.
I cannot see who that is down there in the corner for the Eagles, but it will come from the corner. They're set and they're ready to go.
Noblesville with 9 in the box.
Close. Oh, my. Oh, over the net.
2 good chances there.
2 opportunities there for the Eagles, Dan, and they couldn't cash in on either of them. So the Millers will get the ball back again.
Had quite a crowd there.
Yeah. They really loaded that box up, didn't they? Kyle up to Emma Potter. Seen just a little bit of a momentum switch here in the last couple minutes, Dan. That the Eagles have got a couple good shots off and had a couple good opportunities.
J.C. Hoopengarner.
Yeah, they're going to have some more people forward here, I think, before they're going to bring any rain. It's pretty much been one or two.
Junior J.C. Hoopengarner comes in for the Millers. Big number 8 on the back of her black uniform. Lena Chatterton with the ball, gets it into Eagle territory. Eagles take it right back. Millers take it back.
I think Elena Chatterton has now played all 3 positions, forward, midfield, and back. And we're only 17 minutes into the game.
Miller's right at the midfield stripe. Kenna Malloy puts it in, gets it over to Griffey. Griffey over on the side. Trying to get set up there in the middle. Miller's with an opportunity here if they can take advantage of it, and they cannot make it work, Dan. Good bit of defense by the Eagles.
Noblesville's got it covered here. Zionsville with just 1 up here.
22-42 remaining here in the first half. No score.
Zionsville must have watched that Fisher's film.
I'm sure they all watch all the films. All part of the game now. Preparation.
Yes,
preparation. Trying to learn what your opponent's going to try to do. Ava Bramlett puts it back. Reset the offense. Brooke Hines. Emma Potter. Potter down the sideline. Gives it to Griffey. It goes out of bounds. And I believe that will be Emma Potter inbounding the ball. As the Millers and the Eagles get set up.
Tried to get it up to McKenna Malloy there.
Got a foul called there, I believe.
Yep.
Ball will go over to the Eagles. That'll be Katie Chatwick putting the ball in play. Chatwick gets a nice kick. The Millers take it right back and send it back into Eagle territory. Chatwick setting up the offense again.
Almost a dangerous ball there. Jenna Chatterton covers a lot of ground in a hurry. Zionsville ball.
Eagles with the inbound play on the far side of the field. Trying to get something going here, trying to break this stalemate. Oh, we got an equipment problem here with the goaltender.
It's hard to tie those shoes with those gloves on.
Yeah.
We got a score from down at HSE tonight, 1-0 over Avon. Sorry, I had Avon on the brain. It was Westfield they're playing this evening.
Just about 20 minutes remaining in the half here. Miller's trying to get something set up here, Dan, and
Zionsville still not pressing very high. They're letting the game come to them.
all the way down the far side. That's Sophie Brown chasing that one down. But unfortunately for the Eagles, they end up putting the ball out of bounds again.
Subbing for the Millers, number 22, Kiana Seifert.
Kiana Seifert seeing her first action of the game, sophomore forward. 4 goals on the season. In the middle there.
Nice
up,
ball.
Yep, picked up by Basald. Miller's trying to keep the ball down in Eagle territory, but the Eagles are trying to do their best to get it out. Eiler with the ball. Another foul called. McKenna Malloy drops the ball back. Kate Bettner will put it in play once again for the Millers. Miller's trying to get something set up here, Dan, but they're just having a difficult time getting anything set up and going.
Noblesville's got 9 people back there. Like I say, they watched that Fisher's film. It was very effective against Noblesville.
That one goes out of bounds. Which way is that going to go?
Noblesville, I think.
This could be interesting coming from the side there this time, Dan.
Especially if they leave, who was that, McKenna Malloy out there by herself. Oh, there she's coming out. Nice ball.
Into the middle, see if they can get the deflection. They don't, but Millers chase it down. It's Kate Bettner with the ball, goes out of bounds.
Got a corner out of it.
Nice, beautiful sky here to the north tonight. Get the reflection of the sun off those clouds out there to the north.
Subbing in for Zionsville, number 6, Grace Myers. And for the Millers, number 14, Sydney Anderson.
Sydney Anderson returns.
Like to have those tall people on these corners.
Mm-hmm. Miller's doing a lot more substituting than the Eagles. Trying to keep those fresh legs out there. We're at the 17-minute mark here at White River Elementary. That's centered. Oh, just missed the header for the
Still
deflection
alive.
there. Yep, still alive, but that one goes out of bounds.
Kind of a bicycle kick there.
Dan, why aren't we seeing as much substituting for the Eagles?
So far, the goals this year have come from their starters, and it looks like he's going to stay with that. He's subbed a couple times, but it's been pretty
Just doesn't
few
have
and
the
far between.
doesn't have the strength in the bench. In other words,
A couple of his normal starters, I don't think have been in the game yet either.
Miller's trying to get it centered. Could there be a shot coming here, Dan? Good
Right
move.
there.
A little bit
good
to
hit.
the left.
Good hit.
Kiana Seifert,
They're going to need to close that down.
yeah, had a nice hit, but it went to the left of the net.
He's got a couple of people warming up over there.
Millers take the ball right back. Eagles get it back. Is that going to go out of bounds? Yes, it does, but it's going to go to the Millers. No score here so far. Couple chances for each team, Dan.
Yeah, better chances so far, I think, have been better pressure from Noblesville, but the better chances have been from Zionsville.
Yeah. Abigail Eiler bringing the ball down. Once again, she goes end to end, gets it into the middle there, cleared by the Millers. Eagles had a forward right there, and had Eiler gotten that ball to her, she might have had a goal.
Nice little through ball.
Yep, and
Can't catch up with it.
kicked out of danger there by Lily Robinson, picked up by Madison Barrientos.
It seems that Zionsville's had some good fortune coming down this right side. No good fortune going up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they've really tried on their left.
Sydney Anderson trying to get it set for the Millers. Puts it in there, but it comes right back to her and off of her head.
This could bring, well, no.
And once
Sprayed it
again,
wide.
it's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to, I believe that'll go back to the Millers. Thank you for joining us tonight on Hamilton County Television. IHSAA Girls Soccer, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners. I'm Brad Silbert. Dan Axe is to my left. We got a 0-0 game going here with 13:51 left on the clock in the first half. Lights have finally taken full effect here, Dan. No sunlight out there anymore. It's officially past sunset by 5 minutes.
When I put that sunscreen on again.
Yeah. Miller's getting things set up. Put the ball back into Eagle
excellent.
territory. Nice
Excellent.
interception there. Miller's still trying to get set up. Got a couple back.
Oh.
See what they can do. They just can't make
Tried
it
to lay
happen.
that ball off and didn't have
They get
anything
it right
on it.
back around. Oh,
There's
my.
a foul.
There's a nice a foul there against the Eagles.
It's probably a pretty good foul, too.
Yeah. Looks like McKenna Malloy, she just bounced right back up. Fortunately, she was not injured. But what's the setup going to be on this one, Dan?
She may take a shot on goal here. She's in close enough. She's probably right at 29, 30 yards.
Malloy, a sophomore.
She did.
Yeah.
And she saves
Ball
it,
is-
gets some
yeah.
help from her back there and gets the ball out to the side.
Cleared by the Eagles. I don't know if that would have been in the net or not. It would have been very
It was
close
sure
there on the
coming
right
around.
side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably was. I'd go for that being a
Kind of
save.
had a little hook on it.
Well hit ball. And if she spills it back out on the field, it probably would have been a goal.
Now the ball goes out of bounds. This time it's going to go over to the Eagles.
12 left.
12 minutes left and a scoreless tie.
Subbing in for Zionsville, number 16, Sylvie Morgan.
Sylvie Morgan returns.
Nesgrim James.
Nesgrim James also returns to the match. Millers get the ball in bounds. Once again, trying to get it centered and set up. Kenna Malloy trying to get it centered once again. There goes Jenna Chatterton after it. See what she can make happen here. She can. Oh, the ball gets kicked away. Kicked out
Got
of
a
bounds.
corner out of it.
Yeah, by Bryce Beediger.
It's like Carly Hednall is going to take it.
Probably a wise move.
Here
on
she
the
goes.
part of
She
the
plays it
Eagles.
short.
Yep. Shot. Deflection, no.
Oh,
Miller's trying to keep the ball in play. They do not.
can Nick get another corner out of it?
Yep. Miller's setting it up once again, Dan. Into the center. No deflection. Miller's trying to keep the pressure on. Hudnall with the ball. Two Eagles on her, and the ball ends up going out of bounds, but the Millers will keep possession of the ball. Millers here in the last couple minutes have put a little more pressure on, Dan.
Put quite a bit more.
Miller's trying to keep that ball down there deep in Eagle territory. There's James. Eagles do clear it. Sylvie Morgan trying to get it set up, and once again, the ball goes out of bounds, but this time the Eagles will retain possession. Eagles get the
There's a
ball.
counter here. Noblesville's awfully quick up front right now, so see a ball over the top, play it quick.
Miller's with the inbound this time. Last touch
Off
by
of
the Millers.
Noblesville.
Will go to the Eagles. There's Jenna Chatterton down here on the close side. Can she get there before the ball goes out of bounds?
Gets the ball in quick. Noblesville closes, and they safely got a lot of people back.
James over on the far side. Ball going right down that far side. James centers it. A Miller and an Eagle there. Eagles come back with the ball.
He said to play on there. I think he would have called obstruction if that had gone the other way.
Miller's coming back down the field. That one goes out of bounds. And the Eagles will have the inbound. 8-13. No score. Both teams have had a couple good opportunities here, Dan, but you got to say the Eagles had a couple of the better opportunities early.
I still think all that subbing that Noblesville's done is probably going to bring some fruit here in the second half.
James intercepted by the Eagles. Right back into the Eagle zone from the Millers.
Ooh, I think he could have played the advantage there, but he didn't. McKenny Malloy had a pretty clear open path there.
Mm-hmm.
Plays it short.
Emma Potter puts it down into the middle.
Big ball.
James was there, but she could not get to it. Millers dig it out again. Grace Taskey seeing quite a bit of playing time tonight in her first varsity match.
Yes, she is.
Another ball goes out of bounds. The Millers will have the ball back again.
Playing as a defensive mid there.
I couldn't see if that was Elena Chatterton or Emma Potter on the ball there. It's one of the two. It's a little distant across that field.
And a little dark over there on the side. I think it's Chatterton.
Millers tried to get a deflection, but they could not get a shot off.
Not a good clearance here.
Mm-hmm. Into the center once again. No shot. And
keeper gets it out of the trouble.
Adeline Basald picks it up, puts it back in play. Nice kick almost to the midfield line. Kate Bettner does a nice job of setting things up for the Millers there in the middle. Eagles trying to chase that one down before it goes out of bounds, but it does go out of bounds. The Eagles have made a lot of mistakes on the sidelines, Dan. They've had several, more than several. They've had quite a number of plays where they've had some numbers going down that sideline, and they've ended up kicking the ball out of bounds.
That'll happen. It's happened to them a lot here tonight.
Yes, it has.
Ball across to Emma Potter.
Emma Potter sends it up. Jenna Chatterton just spins and gets away from the Eagle defender.
Potter tried to overlap her, and Jenna ran right in front of her.
Here's a break for the Millers. There's Carly Hudnall coming down, and she's cut off and cannot get the shot off, and the Eagles just kicked the ball out of bounds.
There's a pretty good chance now for Noblesville. We
Yeah, that was a good chance for Carly Hudnall there.
got under 5 on the clock.
Had she been able to get a shot off there, she might have had a good chance. Two subs for the Eagles, one sub for the Millers. Coming down to the 4-minute mark, still no score. Sydney Anderson centered it, but she couldn't get the centering pass off. Eagles take the ball back. Another ball goes out of bounds, but the Eagles will have the possession.
It's a nice little try Chatterton did there. She backheeled the ball and almost got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Very creative.
She is fun to watch.
Yep.
She is most definitely a lot of fun to watch.
She's having a better game tonight than she did against Fishers. I think they pretty much had held her at bay there.
Mm-hmm. And she'll be back for her senior year next year.
Noblesville's young. They've got a couple of freshmen out there, several sophomores.
Another ball goes out of bounds. This time the Eagles will put it back in play. Bryce Biediger puts it in. Millers take it right away. Nice interception there by McKenna Malloy. Bettner sends it down toward the center. Millers and the Eagles, no score. Under 3 minutes here in the first half. Millers will get the possession of the ball back again. Millers would love to put both these teams would love to put something on the board before the half. With the way they've been playing, Dan, it wouldn't surprise me to see them go in tied 0-0 at the half.
I think you're right. I don't think it's going to end up nothing, no.
This time the ball goes over to the Eagles. Coming up at the 2-minute mark, as I said, no score. Welcome into IHSAA, Class 3A Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners.
Oh, nice.
Here's a nice move by the Millers to take the ball away. They got some numbers coming down. Will Jenna Chatterton be able to get there ahead of the goaltender? No, she does not.
Linesman on the other side calling a foul on Chatterton.
Well, Chatterton was coming at that ball full speed, and goaltender Adeline Basald, she really had to put some speed into that to get that to beat Chatterton, Dan. Otherwise, that would have easily been a goal.
I'm not really sure what that foul could have been there, because if anybody took anybody out, it was the keeper took out the on-running player there.
At midfield, Millers put it back down into the Eagle end.
Oh,
Eagles take the ball
little
back.
Tangle there in the middle of the field.
Foul called. That foul took the Eagles out of a possible good opportunity there, Dan.
Yeah,
they had some numbers.
Anderson and her pretty much got wrapped up there.
Mm-hmm. 30 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, I'm not crazy about scoreless ties, but this has been a pretty decent one. Got to be careful when you're on the back line. When you head a ball that you know which direction is going to come off your head. That could have popped right over her.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That is the end of the first 40 minutes. No score between the Noblesville Millers and the Zionsville Eagles here on Hamilton County Television. Friends, let me remind you that Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. With any questions, you can contact Community Health at 317-355-7775 or check out their website, www.ecommunity.com. I'd also like to remind you that since the establishment of Church, Hiddle, and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call, 317-773-2190, or visit their website, www.cchalaw.com. I'm Brad Silbert along with Dan Axe. Dan, your thoughts on the first half?
This is a good first half for a scoreless first half.
We'll be back with the second half after these messages from our sponsors.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Superheroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't always meet in an underground fortress. Sometimes they meet in places that appear to be very ordinary to most people. But inside, there are heroes in training. Some are smart, strong, or brave. Maybe they can build cities or heal people when they get hurt. But even superheroes need some help sometimes. With your support, we can change the world. Together, we are a force that can't be defeated. Support the club. Save the world. Support your local superheroes and donate now to the Boys and Girls Club of Noblesville at bgcni.org.
Hey Deb, why do they call us Logan Street Signs and Banners?
Because we started off at Logan Street.
But we're on South 10th Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
Why didn't we change the name?
That would have just confused everybody and they wouldn't be able to find us.
Now I'm really confused.
Bill, we're Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville. Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm looking for Logan Street Signs and Banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
You're telling me that Logan Street Signs and Banners isn't on Logan Street anymore?
Exactly.
So what are you saying?
Logan Street Signs and Banners, conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville, Indiana.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Welcome back to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Class 3A Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television. Brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 27 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, the Community Health Network, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Hamilton County Radio, the Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. Say, who's celebrating over 26 years in business? Well, that's Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com, or follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter. Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them, 317-773-7391, or check them out online, www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Follow them also on Facebook and on Twitter. We're just about ready to go with second half action here. 40 minutes more of soccer to come tonight here on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners. I'm Brad Silbert along with Dan Axe. We are at a 0-0 tie as the clock starts here for the second half. Millers took the initial possession away from the Eagles. There's a kick toward the goal. The Millers had a chance there, but just could not get over there. And Jenna Chatterton goes down there and digs into the corner, but the ball ends up going out of bounds. And the Millers will have it inbound. I think the Millers are going to probably want to put the pressure on here early, Dan.
Yeah, early and often.
Kate Bettner setting the ball up. Hands it off to Elena Chatterton to put it in play. Once again, did that go out of bounds? Yep, out of bounds again. And Chatterton will, Elena Chatterton will inbound the ball. Right back out of bounds. 30 seconds. We've had 3 balls in play, 3 balls kicked out of bounds, Dan. Millers with the ball. There's a foul called there. Looks like the Millers might have a good opportunity here, Dan.
Yeah, she's straight on the goal here.
Just starting the second half here. A little over 38 minutes left. Millers with the ball and will have the kick. How are they going to set this up and how do they defend this, Dan?
I think she's going to take a shot on goal here. Unless they've got some trick play where somebody drops off. Nope, she shot it.
Shot a little high. That one was a good 4 or 5 feet over the goal.
Kind of a wasted opportunity there.
Yeah. So the Eagles will put it back in play. Adeline Basalt kicks it into play. Miller's with it. Back toward the center there. Grace Taskey.
The freshman.
Elena Chatterton. Would you see how quickly she came across there and got that pass? And who was that? But none other than Jenna Chatterton. Yeah. She moves. She is quick. Eagles trying to control the ball and get it out of their zone. Kate Bettner will go back for the ball. Followed there by Elena Chatterton. Chatterton will inbound the ball. That'll be another inbound play for the Millers. Oh, that started as a kick. That'll start as a kick.
Yeah, he's calling this one on the ground. That was behind the post for me. Couldn't see that one.
Kate Bettner will put the ball back in play once again for the Millers. Bettner kicks it toward the center of the field. Bounces back. Taskey gets it. On the far side, Miller's trying to get it centered once again. Good bit of ball handling, but the Eagles took it away from him. Now they're trying to keep the ball in bounds, and it will be Miller ball.
Nah, I think he's going to call a goal kick there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. We're in the second half, 35 minutes, 35 seconds remaining, no score. Eagles kick it out of bounds once again. Millers will have another opportunity to put it in play, try to get things set up.
Nice long throw there by Stump. Chatterton going 1-on-2 over there and handling them both.
She is amazing. Look at that ball handling, Dan. That she's an amazing ball player. Getting a little rough out there, isn't it?
Yeah, people fall down.
That's the nature of the game, isn't it?
Oh, there was a push.
Lena Chatterton. Nice block there by Elizabeth Cliston. Ball goes out of bounds, and Elena Chatterton will put it back in for the Millers. Chatterton back to Bittner. Gets it into the center. Brooke Hines trying to get things set up. Goes to the far side. That one goes out of bounds. That was just a little bit of a misjudgment on the part of Emma Potter. I think that ball went right over her foot when she thought she was going to stop it and keep it in play. Foul called there.
On Potter. She's
no
a good
yellow
player.
cards so
really
far in
good
this
player.
game, Dan. It's been a pretty cleanly played game.
All these conference games always are.
Eagles getting ready to put the ball in play. Looking to get the deflection, but the Millers get it and send it back out toward the midfield stripe. Eagles resetting. Millers, Eagles. Millers clear it once again. Eagles try to get it back right down in
Malloy.
there. Malloy sends it ahead. Jenna Chatterton has 2 to beat. She can't beat him, but in the meantime, Adalyn Basald comes out, kicks the ball back into play. Doesn't
way up in the air.
A lot
no
of height,
distance,
but no distance on that one. Hudnall into the center. Chatterton.
She got a late start on that ball. I don't think she saw it right off.
Got 4 headers in a row there, and it finally comes down to
and
the
then
ground.
Lost it.
Yep.
There we go.
Shot on goal there.
Nice shot. Deflected,
Nice shot,
spilled, but no.
Sydney Anderson with that shot, and Adalyn Basald with a nice save there, Dan.
Yeah, she acted like maybe she didn't see that ball right away.
Yeah, probably one of the better opportunities of the night so far for the Millers as far as scoring chances. Hudnall back, tried to get in there and take the ball away, but she couldn't. Eagles trying to clear it upfield. Millers will have nothing to do with that. Here comes Elena Chatterton into the center. Jenna Chatterton tried to center, got blocked. He comes up with the ball again into the middle. And Eagles come up with the ball.
There.
Yep.
This freshman Taskey, she's held her own out there quite well.
Yes, she has.
They're back to 4 backs. They were at 3.
Tough situation for her to come into here, getting later in the season, Dan.
She seems to be up to it.
Yes, she does. She's done a nice job.
Oh.
Hudnall right in front of us. Does a nice job of ball handling.
Shields the ball nicely.
Yes, she does. Still in play. Eagles with the possession now. Knocked away by the Millers. That was a nice kick away there by Malloy. Eagles just can't seem to get the ball downfield now, Dan.
Noblesville's getting a lot more pressure here.
Yes, they are. You got to believe if they can keep up this pressure, they're going to put the ball in the net also. Any score updates there for you, Stan?
4-1, the Royals over Westfield with 34 to play.
Carly Hudnall setting it up for the Millers. Gets around one Eagle, still going down there into the corner. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Millers will have the possession. Looks like Elena Chatterton going down there to put the ball back in play. Chatterton allows her offense to set themselves up.
You got a sub here.
Substitution, McKenna, Mestrom James coming back in. Also a change for the Eagles. First substitutions of the half come after 10 minutes of play. Millers once again keeping the ball in Eagle territory. Millers have an opportunity.
Almost.
Boy,
Really
that
nice
was
ball.
close. James is over there on the right side, and if they could have got it to her, she would have had an excellent shot.
Oh. Pretty high kick there.
Yeah, high kick, and she end up flat on her side. 29:03 and counting. No score. Eagles and the Millers locked up in a duel here, Dan. Who will get to it first?
Oh, got off her foot, or she got there.
That one's going to probably roll out of bounds. We'll have to see who that goes to. That is going to go to the Eagles. Mackenzie Echevarria. That's a name that should be familiar to Eagle fans from their football program. She had the inbound play there. Father, the former head coach of the Eagles, now down at Pike, is the head football coach there. Well, instead of sending it downfield, they set it up with the defenders there, Dan.
And Zionsville's not pressing high at all, so there's a nice ball. That's dangerous.
Opportunity there for the Eagles, but it shoots over the net.
That's the first time they caught them short-handed in the back here for a while.
Sarah Kyle's only really been challenged once or twice tonight in the net. It's about halfway down the field. Eagles take it back to the Millers. Millers with 3 back right now, trying to get the offense set up once again. James across the midfield stripe. That goes out of bounds.
She tried to sell that foul, but it didn't happen there.
No. Needs to take another.
Oh, she did. She got it.
Did she get it?
Yeah, she
Oh,
sure
she
did.
did. Yeah, she did, didn't she? I'll say maybe she needs to take another acting class.
No, she did just fine.
She did just fine in getting that. Kate Bettner.
Right on Jenna's foot, too.
Uh-huh.
26 left, no score.
Eagles bringing it down. They just have not had the opportunities this half, Dan, like they had in the first half.
It might be that fatigue. Remember, they didn't sub nearly as many times.
Yeah, they had a couple pretty good shots there early in the first half, but actually only one good opportunity so far here in the second half. They're going to get the ball back in from the side again. You can see the strategy, Dan, as they're lining up there.
Dangerous spot.
Yes. Eagles kick it in. Don't get that. Still an opportunity, and that one goes Did that go over or wide?
Yeah,
I couldn't
it
tell
went
from
over.
my angle.
I think it just straight went over. It was on frame.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 6.
It's a good opportunity. They're going to want that one back. That's a ball. If she can keep it down, you got a chance for a deflection in there, too.
Yeah, well, here's part of what you were talking about earlier about the bench strength. Now, the Millers just brought Carly Hudnall and J.C. Hoopengartner back into the game to give some of the starters a little bit of a rest. And the Millers don't lose anything offensively with those two on the field.
It just keeps right there.
That's going to be a Miller ball out of bounds, and Lena Chatterton puts it in. Hoopengartner, we just said came in, had a foot on the ball.
Anderson with a nice run. She turns well.
Anderson still with the ball. Gets it in. James is right there. She's trying to get it set up. Tries to center it, but nobody there. Millers keep it still in the zone.
Goodness, she's fast.
Eagles kick it out of danger there. If there had been a Miller there, that could have been another shot. There's Elena Chatterton with a shot that goes far to the right. I don't know if she was trying to set that up.
Yeah,
she was just going for the goal.
She was trying to center that.
She had Hoopengartner down there, but Hoopengartner just could not get to the ball. 23:30 remaining in this one. We are deadlocked at 0-0. Dan, what do these coaches have to do now to break this tie?
I think Noblesville just stays exactly the way they are. I think it'll come. Maybe a little fatigue setting in here with Zionsville. Noblesville can just keep subbing 2 or 3 at a time, keeping fresh legs. It's not a terribly hot night now. So.
No, the fatigue is going to be a problem just from the standpoint of a
lot of end-to-end play.
Yeah, there has been, at least games I've seen. This looks like it's been a little bit abnormal with the end-to-end play. A lot more end-to-end play than most typical games have. Miss Karam James going after the ball. She gets it. Hudnall's got one to beat if she can make the turn here. She does not. Good defense there on the part of the Eagles, Dan.
Yeah, they're just going to boot it out. Noblesville will have the ball deep.
That does give the Millers a chance to set up the play.
Number 15, McKenna Malloy.
McKenna Malloy, one of the starters, back in.
Her and Anderson, just 2 top flight players. He can just keep rotating.
Yeah, Sydney Anderson, one of the starters, takes a little bench. Anderson, a senior midfielder, 2 goals so far this season. Eagles take the inbound play. They've been kind of desperate to get the ball across midfield, Dan, with a couple of exceptions. Almost all the play has been down in their end of the field.
And they're not pressing. Now Noblesville is able to bring the ball 10, 15 yards into their half.
Are they kind of playing into the hands of the Noblesville?
Well, unless you counter like this.
Yeah. Centered. Bettner kicks it out of danger. They're going to get there before that goes out of bounds. Yes, they do. Good effort there on the part of the Millers to keep that ball in bounds. Hoopengartner setting the ball back. Bettner, James at the midfield stripe.
Oh, nice
James
ball.
to
Nice ball
Hudnall.
back.
James going after it on the sidelines. She's the last one to touch it, so the Eagles will take it back. We're just about halfway through the second half here. Or you could say 3/4 of the way through the game.
Yeah.
No score. Miss Karen James, I think that went off. That did go off of her last. Eagles quickly get the ball in bounds. James and Sadie Graham crash. No harm, though.
Those balls out like that from Zionsville, they're just not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Noblesville's got 3 solid people back at all the time, so if they come up
there's
the middle, they're stuck.
Yeah. It was Emma Potter who slipped on the turf there. You know, it's about an hour after sunset here, and the grass is probably getting a little bit slippery out there now.
Zionsville's had a little joy going down the right side.
Eagles will put the ball in play. Millers take it back. Right down there in the corner. Eagles center it. Miss Karen James going after it. She can't get to it. Madison Barrientos tries to put it back in the center for the Eagles, but the Millers have got it. Millers have got a 3-on-3 coming down the field. James over there to the right. One to beat, but goaltender.
She had her wide open on the left side. She looked up that way.
Yeah, Adeline Basald came out and grabbed the ball before a shot could go off. Grace Traskey's still out there.
She's played well.
Yes, she has. J.C. Hoopengartner getting a lot of playing time tonight, too, as a sub. Eagles trying to get something set up. 18 minutes remaining in this one.
Coach Brady over there helping with the call.
Subbing in for the Millers, number 14, Sydney Anderson.
Sydney Anderson comes back in, one of the starters for Coach Brady. Is that James?
James went out.
Miss Karen James went out. Once again, a starter for a starter on the sub there. It's just
a foul here. Malloy's going to hit. Well, nope, she's not going to take it.
I think that's going to be Bettner.
Bettner.
Yeah, taking that one. Bettner sets it up on the far side. She's got Brooke Hines back deep with her. High shot, see if they can get a deflection. They cannot. And the Eagles come away with the ball, and they're going to kick it out of bounds here. And the Millers will retain the possession. Lena Chatterton puts it in play. Miller's just looking for that opportunity. Both teams just looking for the opportunity here, Dan. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this ended up 0-0 or a 1-0 game.
I'd go for 1-0. I don't think it's going to be 0-0.
Good job there by Malloy. Just kind of pushed her way in there. Miller's with an opportunity here out in front of the net. Let's see what they can do with it. They center it, but they can't get the kick off.
Oh, nice
There's
hit.
A shot. Oh, just to the left of the goal.
That was the freshman. It was Taskey.
Grace Taskey having a great coming out party tonight for her first varsity action. Great debut or rookie debut, whatever you want to call it. 15:43 and counting. 0-0. Both these teams have had a couple good opportunities, Dan, but they haven't been able to cash in on them yet.
She's hit a couple weak goal kicks, so they sent it back in there to kick the ball out.
Eagles trying to get it down into the Millers' end. I would say of the
Got a foul over there. It'll be Noblesville's ball.
of the 25 minutes we've played in this half, I would say well over 20 minutes of that have been spent down in Eagle territory. Under 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here on Hamilton County Television. IHSAA Class 3A Girls Soccer, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners. Eagles trying to get the thing down the field. They can't. Brooke Hines gets the ball, but it ends up going out of bounds, and the Eagles will be able to set up on the side. 3 subs coming in for the Eagles. Eagles setting it up. Here come the Millers. Carly Hudnall has got some speed out there in front.
Oh, great. Oh, too far. Too far.
And boy, a foot race there.
Nice idea. It was a good little through ball.
Yep, excellent play, excellent setup. Back to midfield. Brooke Hines. Grace Taskey again. She certainly has shown her value on this team tonight, Dan.
Yes, she has.
You know, you hate to see any players injured. Miller's with another opportunity here. Unfortunately, they can't take advantage of it as Hoopengardner got run off the play by the Eagles. 13 minutes remaining. No score. Miller setting it up once again there in the middle. Can they get the shot off? They do not. Blocked by the Eagles. Over on the side, that's going to be last touch by the Millers. That'll go to the Eagles. Eagles getting ready to inbound the ball here. Finally get it in. Millers take it right back. Hudnall had it. Back to Hudnall. In the center once again. Chatterton going for it. Over to the left side of the goal. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the ball. Nice bit of ball handling there by Jenna Chatterton. There's a shot that goes to the right of the goal. Millers have had a couple good shots here lately, Dan, but
they're not getting Chatterton in a position to score. Those balls out to the far side. Zionsville's content to let her be out there.
Yeah. I think the Eagles have done a pretty good job defending her tonight.
I think these next 5 minutes will be critical.
Eagles are 3 subs on the field. Hoopengardner takes it back into the middle there. Basalt goes back.
She punts pretty decently, but the ball's on the ground. She comes up short.
Chatterton trying to get something going here. Back to Malloy. Malloy over to the left. Eagles take it away. And Basalt comes out and takes the ball and will kick it back into play. 10:49. Still no score. High but a little bit short. Eagles penetrating the Miller zone. That one's going to go out of bounds. Eagles will take it back. Echevarria, rather. And make sure I get that right, Dan. Taken away by Katie Chadwick. Eagles with an opportunity there. Get it centered.
Little deflection there, make it easy for the keeper.
Mm-hmm. They had the right idea trying to get that deflection into the center there, but just couldn't make it happen. Under 10 minutes remaining. Will we have a winner or will we have a tie tonight? That's the question.
I'm banking on a winner.
I will trust your judgment, Dan. Miller's once again trying to get it out of their zone. Eagles being a little bit more pesky here right now, attacking a little better. That one's out of bounds. Eagles will put it back in again.
So again for Zionsville, number 16, Sylvie Morgan.
Sylvie Morgan, one of the starters, comes back in for the Eagles. Sadie Graham will take a seat. She's also one of the starters. Carly Hudnall was trying to get that ball there near the midfield stripe, and she just could not get to it. Hoopengardner missed it. Elena Chatterton finally got to it. Hoopengardner, wow, big crash there between Hoopengardner and Lily Robinson. Fortunately, neither of them were hurt, Dan. I think that looked worse than it actually was.
Fortunately.
8:21 left. Eagles with the ball. Ooh, had an opportunity there, but just couldn't get the kick off.
Well, these balls they hit up the middle of the box are just wasted balls.
Yeah.
You got to get them outside of the keeper.
Assault. Low kick. Another out of bounds play. And once again, the Eagles will put the ball into play. Miller's averaged 2.8 goals per match. Eagles average 2.6. So far, a goose egg for both of them.
Yeah, those are numbers probably ginned up when they weren't playing conference teams. These conference goals are a lot tougher to come by.
Yeah, that's the... each of these teams has only got 3 conference games, so most of the statistics are against conference teams or non-conference. Eagles ready to put the ball into play, looking for the deflection here. Into the middle. Millers do a good job of getting the head on the ball. Is that Hoopengardner bringing that down, Dan?
He's got a 2-on-5 here. Great through ball. Get a touch.
Oh, wow.
Well played by the keeper.
Yeah, an excellent job by goalkeeper Adeline Basalt. That brought everybody to their feet on both sides of the stadium. All set up by J.C. Hoopengardner, and that great job she did there in the center of the field. Once again, Dan, both of these teams have had some great opportunities, but just have not been able to connect on them. Raina Chatterton puts the ball in play. Hoopengardner's got it. Take over to Anderson. Millers lose it.
Zionsville with numbers here.
They're coming down. Looks like Brooke Hines got to that ball.
Well, Potter does a mighty good job of getting back.
Mm-hmm. Emma Potter, there's almost a shot, but the Millers get it out of danger there, at least temporarily. Eagles putting the pressure on. That one's going to stay in bounds. Millers have got it. Send it down the sideline. It's going to be a race down there.
Goodness.
Look at Chatterton go there. Look at her. She's cutting the gap, but
Smart play there by the back. Just put the ball out of bounds.
the Eagles kick the ball out of bounds. We're below 5 minutes left in this one, Dan. .437 on the clock, no score.
Got a corner.
Out of bounds once again. Millers will have the opportunity from the corner kick here. That'll be Elena Chatterton putting the ball into play. Into the center, off the head, over the goal. Good idea, but just not quite executed right, Dan.
Yeah. Zionsville had a lot of people in there, too.
But probably one of the better offensive setups that the Millers have had as far as a corner kick tonight. Bettner gets the ball back. Leaves it there. Oh, boy, that could have been dangerous. Sylvie Morgan, she gets that ball. She got a breakaway, but Miller's kicked it away.
Oh, nice touch. Yep.
3.5 minutes remaining in this game. That's going to roll out of bounds, and it is going to go to the Millers. Hoopengardner into the center. Anderson had it over on the far side. Hoopengardner coming down the far side, looking to get things set up. She slows down but cannot get the ball centered. Eagles trying to come back.
Noblesville had 5 players back that time. Surprised they didn't commit more forward.
Millers trying to get the ball back, but
Zionsville throw.
Going to go out of bounds, and Zionsville will throw the ball in there. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left, no score. Desperation time for both of these teams now, Dan. Miller's hoping for the win here and hoping they don't have to take their third tie of the season.
Don't think they're going to care much about the tie for the season, but they're going to care about the tie for that conference spot.
Yep.
It wouldn't hurt them too badly to get a tie because they would still control their own destiny.
Jenna Chatterton right down there in the middle of it.
Dangerous ball.
Kaylin Hammerly is on the
played
field
that well
for the first time tonight for the Eagles. Hoopengardner. About 1.5 minutes left. Will we have a score or will we go down to a tie? 1:25. Miller's with the ball. Taskey. All the way across the field to, I believe that's Potter, isn't it?
Yeah, she 16. Came back in. She kept her run going. Oh, here we go.
Shot,
goal.
And a goal. 1:03 remaining. And who else but Jenna Chatterton?
There you go.
So Jenna Chatterton comes up big with 1 minute, 2 seconds remaining on the clock. We're waiting to find out who the assist is going to go to. But that puts the Millers in the driver's seat right now with 1 minute left in this one, Dan.
That was quite a goal.
And you were correct, Dan. That
I just felt the whole game that Noblesville had put the pressure on there. And of all things, it was really kind of a mini counter there.
There goes Jenna Chatterton down the left side again. She's got the ball once again, trying to get it into the center. 35 seconds on the clock. Eagles trying desperately to get this game tied up. Millers will have nothing to do with it. Great defensive play there by the Miller defense.
That was that freshman again.
Yeah. Ball went out of bounds, but boy, you got to give Grace Taskey a lot of credit. She did a great job. Out of
10.
bounds once again.
10, 9, 8,
And it looks like the Noblesville Millers are going to get the victory tonight over the Zionsville Eagles. 1-2-0 final score. Dan, just a quick recap on the game. Your thoughts on this one?
We watched a lot of good soccer there, and it was a good ending. I think team that played a little better won.
Well, the Millers seem to, I'm not going to say dominate, but they did seem to play consistently better than the Eagles through the entire game tonight. But both teams had some great opportunities. Both teams had some good goaltending. It was just, from my perspective, it was just overall what I would call a great soccer game.
It was in a really tough loss for Zionsville.
And we're going to be back here in a couple weeks again. I think it's the boys' side. We have Hamilton Southeastern and Noblesville in about 2 weeks. So in the meantime, we'll be looking forward to that one. Dan?
That's a boys' game. We
yes,
look forward to that.
Yes, we will. Your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Excellent soccer. It was a lot of fun.
Fun game to watch. Thank you for your help tonight, Dan.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank everybody for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA 3A Girls Soccer on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 27 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health Network, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Hamilton County Radio, the Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. On behalf of our technical crew, Will Wofford, Lucas LeCain, and back at the Penthouse Studios of Hamilton County TV, our CEO, Jim Wofford, I'm Brad Silbert for Dan Axe. Good night from Noblesville.